It's time now for the Callaway Cavaliers Kia of LaGrange Saturday morning quarterback show on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 1240 AM, 96.9 FM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now live at the showroom of Kia of LaGrange, Tony Walls and head coach Pete Wiggins giving you the inside scoop on Callaway Cavalier football.
Welcome to the Saturday morning quarterback show, Callaway edition from the Kia showroom here in LaGrange, Georgia. Last night we went up to Douglasville, Pete. And by the way, Coach Wiggins is with me this morning, and we were on time, weren't we, buddy?
We were here early this morning.
We actually had to wait on Coleman this morning, but big region win last night, Pete, up in Douglasville as you went up and took on the Chapel Hill Panthers. Final score was 45-13, and I guess when you look back on the game, big plays on both sides of the ball. Offense took advantage of some turnovers that your defense was able to create, and a good night overall for the Cavaliers.
Well, we had a good week of practice, and I'm really proud of the kids starting Sunday in film, and had a good film session Sunday afternoon, and I had great practices all week. And after the game last night, I talked to kids about preparation, and I feel like we did a good job coming into the game. You know, and anytime you can go on the road and beat a good football team, it's a good feeling. So really proud of our kids for their work ethic throughout the week, and the way we prepared for Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill's got a good football team, and they finished second in our region last year, and again, just a big road win for us. But you talked about some big plays. Defensively, we had 4 interceptions last night, and I don't think we've ever done that since I've been at Callaway. And
as Coach Hubbard says, it's all about the coaching.
I tell you what, Renzo Patterson's pass rush.
Wow.
Keyshawn Freeman, those guys putting pressure on the quarterback. Michael Moss had 2 interceptions. Terry Godwin had 1, and then Dre Martin had an interception. So 4 interceptions on the defensive side, and offensively, Tez had a big game throwing and running the ball. T had some big catches. One of them was in the ballpark of 80 yards from Tez. Offensive line did a great job giving him time to throw, and it was just it was a great throw catch, and T got separation from the corner, and after the catch just kind of run off and left the cornerback. But anyway, it was a good night for us. There's obviously things we got to do better at. We still had a lot of penalties. Had some miscues on special teams that we got to do better at. But each week in every game there's always something to work on. So we'll try to fix those things, come back and get ready for Central next week.
Well, if you didn't have anything to fix, wouldn't be no need to practice next week, would it?
That's right.
So you got to have something to do next week anyway. But after we take our first break, Pete, we'll come back and talk a little bit about some of the exciting plays that happened last night up in Chapel Hill. I'm sorry, a big night for the Cavaliers as they win 45-13. We're going to throw it back to the studio now for these messages. You're listening to the Saturday Morning Quarterback Show on Eagle Sports Network.
Kia. Hi friends, Jess Licht here with Kia of LaGrange. I'd like you to come by and check out the all-new redesigned Kia Rio. The Rio is not only fuel efficient, but it's comfortable and safe as well. The 13 Rio starts as low as $12,900. It's backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Right now, you can drive a Rio for only $159 a month on a 36-month lease. The Rio is available either a 4-door sedan or a sporty 5-door hatchback. See the Rio and all our inventory online at KiaofLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
See Kia of LaGrange for complete details. Leases with $1,999 due at signing.
When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result agents. They want to go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX result agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton. Life insurance is one of those subjects that make people want to change the subject rather than admit they probably don't have enough. And that's why State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp in LaGrange focuses on how the benefits of life insurance actually lives on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp in LaGrange at 706-882-9324 and put the life back in life insurance. Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Saturday Morning Quarterback Show, Callaway edition. My name is Tony Walls with head coach Pete Wiggins again here at the showroom at Kia Motors. We're enjoying our Chick-fil-A biscuits, Pete, as we always do. We want to thank our friends out at Chick-fil-A here at not on Commerce Avenue, but on Lafayette Parkway. But and of course we appreciate Kia and everything they do for us here on Saturday morning. But back to the game last night, Pete. Good crowd followed us up there last night. Always good to see those stands full of Cavalier fans, and our kids didn't disappoint as we got off to a good start and jumped out. First took us a couple of drives to get going, but once we got going, we put some points up on the board and really had a lot of, as we've said all year, a lot of weapons at Callaway High School on the offensive side of the ball. And, of course, everything starts with Tez, and he's done a fantastic job this year of coordinating Coach Napier's offense, and he can beat you so many ways with his legs and his arm. And last night he proved that once again.
He did, and obviously I want to talk about our offense and go further with what you're saying, but got to see Judd Jones last night up in the stands. You mentioned the crowd that went with us, and it's the first time I've seen him in a long time, and obviously he's a former Cavalier, and it meant a lot to me to get to hug his neck after the game. But back to our offense, Tez had some big gains on the ground running the ball last night on the veer, and but he did throw the ball well too. I mentioned earlier big pass to T. Godwin, and actually had I think four passes. T had 4 completions last night, and had Eddie Culpepper with a big night. Cedric Maynard came in and gave Eddie some rest, and he had a big night as well. I don't know their stats right now, but both Eddie and Cedric Maynard played extremely well last night. Devon Rosser, another big game, had a big touchdown run of 50-plus yards, and
all three of those guys had big long touchdown runs in the game.
They did, and you put those 3 guys as our running backs, and then Tez, along with Terry Godwin at receiver, and Petey Leverett and Michael Moss. Devin Brock had some big blocks last night on those runs. Me and you and I talked about that on the way over. So Coach Donay does a great job with those kids. Also Dante Lindsay at receiver. They just do Coach Donay does a great job rotating and getting kids in and out. And I thought they played really well last night.
Talk a little bit about your offensive line. Obviously, those runs don't happen without good blocking up front, Pete.
Well, I'll start off with Devin Powell. Actually, they fumbled a punt, muffed a punt, and you can't advance a punt.
But he looked good doing it.
He sure looked good.
Yeah, got to work on his touchdown dance, but I thought he looked really good.
Anyway, that'll be. We'll still have a highlight clip of that.
There you go.
But at left guard, Devin Powell, he played a great game last night. Left tackle, Harley Tabor. Our center last night was Stephen Curtis. Josh Williams was out with an injury. Hopefully he'll have a speedy recovery. At right guard, Brandon Sutton, he had a good game last night, and then at right tackle, Courtney Lay. They played well last night. There's always things that we got to get better at up front, just like I mentioned mistakes that we'd made different aspects of the game earlier. But we got to do a better job with our assignments and holding our blocks longer and just execute from an offensive line standpoint. But
your tight ends, Jalen Allen, did a good job for you last night also.
He did. Jalen actually, he didn't come off the field much. He played defensive end and tight end, and he had a great game for us. J.T. Wortham got a few snaps in at tight end, but Jalen Allen really played a great ball game last night. But again, those guys up front, they work hard every day, and when we start our inside team session, they always they make me grin. They kind of compete against one another to see who's the first one out when we blow the whistle.
Right.
They come sprinting off the sideline, and usually Brandon Sutton's the winner. He's pretty quick. But anyway, it's a good group of kids, and I enjoy being around those guys every day.
Let's talk a little bit now, Pete, about your defense. On the defensive side of the ball, we mentioned we had 4 turnovers, 4 interceptions last night. And again, Pete, I think people don't realize how important affecting the quarterback is, whether it be a sack or pressures, and that was evident last night.
Their quarterback's he's a
good-looking
good ball
kid.
player.
Yeah,
He's 6'4", and he played there last year. He was a good-looking kid,
and when he had time, he was able to execute some throws.
Right, but we send pressure, and Keyshawn did a great job. Javoski Leverett, who filled in for Bronze Alea last night. Bronze is dealing with some back injury, but hopefully he'll be back this coming week. But Keyshawn did a great job putting pressure on the quarterback all night. Renzo Patterson, Renzo had 3 sacks last week against Jackson, and he had a couple last night. Big Perk, Justice Perkins did great last night. Big Perk's kind of a space eater, and we don't look for him to make.
And we mean that as a compliment, don't we?
Yeah, we do. He takes up. He's supposed to take up instead of 1 gap. He's supposed to take up 2 gaps.
That's right.
But anyway, at defensive end, I mentioned Jalen Allen earlier, who he played really well last night. Deion Smith had a big game, number 14.
Had a big sack late.
He did, and he was all over the field. Really proud of him last night. J.T. Wortham, I mentioned him at tight end earlier. J.T.'s a 10th grader, and he got some good reps in last night. At outside backer, I mentioned Dre Martin earlier with an interception. That was a big play. Kind of changes momentum for us. Eddie Culpepper, I've said his name several times. He plays the other outside linebacker. Aaron Clausell played a lot last night. Jay Fuller. Those guys did well. In the secondary, at safety, Ed Daniel. Ed had a big hit in last night after a pass completion from him, and I was just real proud of Ed. But I know we got to go to a break.
We do. We have to go to a break. They're giving us a signal over there, so we're going to throw it back to the studio and let our sponsors get some air time here. But when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about special teams and then next week's opponent, and then go into that, a big game next week against Central Carrollton. You're listening to the Saturday Morning Quarterback Show on Eagle Sports Network.
Rio. The Rio is not only fuel efficient, but it's comfortable and safe as well. The 13 Rio starts as low as $12,900. It's backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Right now, you can drive a Rio for only $159 a month on a 36-month lease. The Rio is available either a 4-door sedan or a 35-door hatchback. See the Rio and all our inventory online at KiaLaGrange.com and help support your local economy.
See Kia LaGrange for complete details. Leases with $1,999 due at signing.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Matt Orr on the Square in downtown LaGrange can help you get to a better state. Because he'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it. From cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Matt Orr on the Square in downtown LaGrange and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Blues season is upon us, And we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result agents. They want to go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX result agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Saturday Morning Quarterback Show, Callaway edition, live from the Kia Motors showroom on Lafayette Parkway here in LaGrange. My name's Tony Walls and head coach Pete Wiggins. We've been discussing last night's game against Chapel Hill. Final score was Callaway 45, Chapel Hill 13. Big region win for the Cavaliers. And, Pete, we talked a little bit about the offense and the defense, and in our last segment here, let's talk a little bit briefly about your special teams, and then we'll get into our opponent next week.
Chase Freeman did a great job. We punted several times in the second half, and they were sending the house, as we would say.
Right.
And he did a great job getting the ball off last night. And Hunter Milliman on the kickoffs, he's getting closer to the end zone every
sure
kick.
Is,
and
yeah.
I thought actually on the last touchdown that was scored on that kickoff, he actually made the end zone. But anyway, they did bring it out. But really proud of those two kids. They work hard each day at practice. Our next opponent, Central Carrollton. I think they're 5-1 right now. They got a great football team. It's going to be here at Callaway Stadium. Need everybody to come out, support the Cavaliers. It's going to be a big region opponent for us, and I know they're excited about their football team, and I think it's the best record they've had since 1987. I believe they won a state championship in '87, and I know they're excited about their program, and they should be. And so it'll be a heck of an atmosphere Friday night at Callaway Stadium. Need everybody here.
Well, you mentioned Central Carroll. Their only loss this year has come to a Bremen team that they lost to 17-7. They beat an excellent Ringgold team who's only got one loss. Beat them 19-15, and they beat Pike County 42-7. Pike County is a perennial power in AA over there, and Best Academy last night, Central Carroll won by 2 weeks ago, 14-0, and they were off last week as they prepared for the Cavaliers. So they were at the game last night, got an idea. Of course, I think most coaches know what they're going to run into each week, Pete. You know, the good ones do. They've seen their opponent, they prepare, and it's all about execution. You know, blocking and tackling.
It is, and it's going to be a big atmosphere. Central's got I feel like I went to see them play twice, and they got great defense, and those kids run to the ball and they play hard, and it's going to be a big opponent for us, and but I'm excited about that kind of game, you know, and
those are the kind of games you want to be in, Pete, as a coach and a player.
It is, and you know, each week we've talked about our non-region opponents, and I feel like that playing the quality of teams that we've played has helped prepare us for this game that we're going to have Friday night, and hopefully it's done that, and the kids will be excited, and you know, we'll watch a lot of film tomorrow. Actually, on Sunday, yes, tomorrow. I tell you,
they all run into each other now.
Yeah, those late nights, early mornings, they start running into one another. But
Coach Kendall's over there laughing. I think he can understand exactly what you're going through.
Bear with me, Coach. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we'll watch film tomorrow and start preparing for Central. But we'll work throughout the week and leading up to that game. But again, it'll be a big atmosphere. Need all the Cavalier community at the game.
Well, kickoff time is at 7:30 this Friday night at Callaway Stadium. And Pete, one more note on the injury front. Hope to get. I noticed we were missing Nooney Anderson last night. Had a cast on his arm. What big rotational player on your defense there. How was he standing as far as his injury?
Well, we'll see. He broke a finger and he got a cast on it right now. So got a couple of injuries right now. So hopefully we can get through that.
Yeah, we can tape an aspirin on that broke finger and get him out there. Yeah, we get our trainers to get him all healed up. But Pete, we appreciate it this morning. Go ahead.
I want to say hello again. I know Daddy's listening back home, and he had a big trip this week. I know he was trying to get home to see us, but anyway, Daddy, I'll give you a call in a little bit and update you on the game.
Yeah, we can excuse Mike for missing one every now and then because he's you can always count on Mike to be in the stands, good or bad. So we'll give him a little slack this time. But Pete, we're getting the cut signal over there from our director over there in the Clemson hat and Memphis sweatshirt. So go figure that out, okay? But we want to thank you again, Pete. We always enjoy coming out here to Kia Motors on Saturday morning, and so we want you to stay tuned for the Troop Tiger Show here. But you've been listening to the Saturday Morning Quarterback Show, Callaway Edition, on the Eagle Sports Network.
LaGrange. I'd like you to come by and check out the all-new redesigned Kia Rio. The Rio is not only fuel efficient, but it's comfortable and safe as well. The 13 Rio starts as low as $12,900. It's backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Right now, you can drive a Rio for only $159 a month on a 36-month lease. The Rio is available either a 4-door sedan or a 35-door hatchback. See the Rio and all our inventory online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
See Kia LaGrange for complete details. Leases with $1,999 due at signing. Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Proven leadership is a must to keep LaGrange strong, and we have the opportunity to elect a mayor that will work for all of LaGrange. That's Jim Thornton. He knows what needs work and what already works. Jim Thornton is ready to listen to you and work hard to keep LaGrange strong. So vote Jim Thornton, Mayor, November 5th.
Hello, I am Jim Thornton, and if you want to know more about me and my campaign for mayor, please go to jimthornton.org and like me on Facebook. And please remember to vote November 5th.
Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that make people want to change the subject rather than admit they probably don't have enough. And that's why State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp in LaGrange focuses on how the benefits of life insurance actually lives on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance or life without having to give up college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call State Farm agent Mabel Smith Sharp in LaGrange at 706-882-9324 and put the life back in life insurance.
Thanks for listening to the Callaway Cavaliers Kia of LaGrange Saturday Morning Quarterback Show on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 1240 AM, 96.9 FM, and online at Eagle1023.com with Tony Walls and Cavaliers coach Pete Wiggins.
ya, Kia.
Hi friends, Jess Licht here with Kia of LaGrange. I'd like you to come by and check out the all-new redesigned Kia Rio. The Rio is not only fuel efficient, but it's comfortable and safe as well. The 13 Rio starts as low as $12,900. It's backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Right now, you can drive the Rio for only $159 a month on a 36-month lease. The Rio is available in either a 4-door sedan or a sporty 5-door hatchback. See the Rio and all our inventory online at KiaofLaGrange.com and help support your local economy.
See Kia of LaGrange for complete details. Leases with $1,999 due at signing. Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Like a great football team, great cities just don't happen. They require vision, hard work, and leadership.
Hello, I'm Jim Thornton. Like you, I know LaGrange is a great city. I want to make it better for you and your family. I will strengthen our local economy, enhance public safety, and improve our quality of life.
Jim Thornton, leadership at work for all of LaGrange. On November 5th, let's elect Jim Thornton mayor. Learn more at jimthornton.org and like Jim on Facebook. Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton.
It's tough out there, trying to stretch every paycheck a little further than the last one. It means cutting costs, and one of the best places to start is at the office of State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange, because he'll do a free discount double check to make sure you're getting the car insurance discounts you deserve, up to 40%. So give State Farm agent Matt Orr a call today, because being there to help keep more of your money in your pocket is why he's there. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result agents. They want to go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX result agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014.
It's time now for the Troop Tigers Kia of LaGrange Saturday morning quarterback show on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 1240 AM, 96.9 FM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now live at the showroom of Kia of LaGrange, Greg Hicks and Coach Lynn Kendall giving you the inside scoop on Troop Tigers football.
Hi, everybody. Welcome right here to Saturday Morning Quarterback, the Troop County High School edition, and Coach Kendall is in here with me, and I'm filling in for Greg Hicks, as Greg Hicks is at the Georgia State Fair, and they are having a good time down there, and he drove all the way back for the game last night and then drove back down to the fair. And so I appreciated him doing that, and of course that gives me a chance to sit down with you and Coach Kendall. I don't know, is this the first time we've said? I guess it's been probably a year or so since we said. I think we did
it's not the first time, but it's been a while.
It has been a while. Yeah. And so I think you and I talked one time seriously about doing the show in the back of a Kia Sorrento, and I still haven't put that together yet. So
we did. I think I was pushing for the Sportage.
Okay.
I'm a Sportage fan. So. But we have, and I guess we still haven't gotten around to that yet. But, great morning again. Everybody come out and buy you a Kia. I think fall's the best time to go buy a car anyhow.
It is. Makes your driveway looks a lot better with a brand new Kia Sorrento or Sportage or Optima or Forte. And of course, right here today, they've got working hard to make some great deals, especially on some of the 2013s that are still here on the lot. And I know they'll make special allowances for you and make sure you make your driveway look extra special. And plus, we want to thank Chick-fil-A for giving us the Chick-fil-A biscuits that we've got here as well. And Sandy Creek was the game last night. And Coach, I know that you never want to come away with a loss, and moral victories are not something that anybody want to hang their hat on. But when you go in there and you play Sandy Creek like Troop did last night, you got to be pretty proud of you guys.
Well, you're right. Losing is not something we go into the game for, and the moral victory thing. I guess there's some things you can get out of that, and I'll say this: we go in to play number one in the state, Sandy Creek, and I don't know, there's some national ranking stuff with that too, and I never could figure out how you rank someone nationally when
they never play anybody else.
I don't know how many high schools there are in the United States, and just a caliber of play. I might be biased, but I think the caliber of play in Georgia and a few other states is just a little bit tougher than some other states. So, and that's not trying to demean another state, but facts are facts. So
that's right.
I just hate, but I do know this: they're number one in the state in our classification, and our guys had a good week of preparation. I thought as the week went on, things developed the way you wanted to see, and just after our pregame warm up and we went out, I just had that. I knew our guys were ready to play, and I felt good about it the whole week. And our coaching staff was really excited to play that, and it's real as a head coach. It's really satisfying to see players that are really coming around, and the bigger the game, the more excited they are, instead of having that feeling like, wow, this team is number whatever. And,
right.
At the end of the night, you still got to get out there and play ball. It don't matter what your ranking is. And our guys came out and played a very tough, hard-fought ball game. 21-0 really doesn't tell the story in that game. And they scored about 5 minutes left in the game in the fourth quarter for that third touchdown. But we were deadlocked 0-0 almost until
second quarter, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then we went in 14-0 at halftime, but still in good shape. Yep. And the thing I'm always preaching, anyhow, whether you're ahead or not, you got to have the attitude when you come out at halftime that you're down 2 touchdowns anyhow, because you don't want that lull. If you're ahead, you don't want third quarter just to be kind of a lull, and then all of a sudden the other team's momentum jumps on you.
Yep.
So we're always preaching that mentality that you got to go out there and play like you're down anyhow. And from the physicality of the game, the speed of the game was fantastic last night.
And I don't know if you know this, and I heard it, and I wish I could remember what is their average win by Sandy Creek? I know it's like 40 points or something. It's like that. It's some huge number.
It's huge.
And so when you look at that comparatively, you know Troop's defense is right where it needs to be. The offense obviously has got some more work to do, but it is unbelievable fight and preparation that went into having that 21-0 score. And it's when you play those hard teams, it makes metal. And when that metal gets hard, it's going to win a lot more games on down the road. And, of course,
right.
You go straight from here to Sandy Creek to Carrollton next week, another unbelievably hard game. But you honestly, eventually, you want to see the Troop Tigers in the state championship. And the way you get there is you play the number one teams, and you figure out how they win.
That's really the path to get there is that.
Yeah.
If you're not playing teams of that caliber, you don't get tested. And then when you do make the playoffs and you run against teams that are of the same caliber, then it's not a satisfying result. So that's an important thing to do. And of course our non-region schedule too is pretty tough as well. But you were talking about the defense and our defense coordinator Chris Mitchum and the defensive staff of Coach Rick McMahon and Chase Wilbanks coaching defensive ends, McMahon coaching defensive tackles. I get in there and coach linebackers, and those guys did a fantastic job in prep for this week. We had a sound game plan, and pressure on the quarterback was phenomenal. And even now the words of their quarterback is, I've never been pressured or hit like that. And one of our defensive players, Devontae Swanson, who's our wheel linebacker, he had 11 tackles,
wow.
2 for losses. He had a sack, and he had 5 quarterback hurries or pressures where he was either right in the face affecting the play or actually getting a knockdown on the quarterback. And that young man, he graded out I don't know, like 87%, and I'm a pretty harsh grader. so that says a lot for Devontae. And then on top of that, as we're walking off the field, there's a lot of their fans are there that you got to walk through, and of course their players are there, and he is getting praised by the opposition, parents, students, people that were in their band, cheerleaders, players, coaches. It was really phenomenal that
they noticed. They could see all that.
Recognized the effort that he had, and he was playing the way you're supposed to play football. Actually, 100 miles an hour, and doing what you're supposed to do, and trying to do, or at least trying to do it that way every play. And I'm so proud of Devontae Swanson, and he, he's incredibly strong, fast. He's not the biggest guy out on the field by no means, but I'm tell you what, he's, as far as fighting in his spirit and getting after it, he made big leaps and also did a lot for the defense last night.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back and talk some more about the game last night. Of course, Troop falls to Sandy Creek 21-0, and it didn't get any easier with Carrollton on the horizon, so we'll talk more about that and much more as you're listening to the Saturday Morning Quarterback Troop County Edition right here on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 1240, 96.9, and on the World Wide Web at eagle1023.com.
Kia. Hi friends, Jess Licht here with Kia of LaGrange. I'd like you to come by and check out the all-new redesigned Kia Rio. The Rio is not only fuel efficient, but it's comfortable and safe as well. The 13 Rio starts as low as $12,900. It's backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Right now, you can drive the Rio for only $159 a month on a 36-month lease. The Rio is available in either a 4-door sedan or a sporty 5-door hatchback. See the Rio and all our inventory online at KiaofLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy.
See Kia of LaGrange for complete details. Leases with $1,999 due at signing.
Eddie Hutto and his son EJ at Limcare of LaGrange invite you to visit their new facility at 413 South Greenwood Street. With over 20 years of experience in prosthetics and orthotics, Eddie and his son are able to make and adjust any style of prosthetic and orthotic device. Call Limcare of LaGrange, your hometown provider of prosthetic and orthotic devices at 706-882-1825 to schedule your free evaluation.
Proven leadership is a must to keep LaGrange strong, and we have the opportunity to elect a mayor that will work for all of LaGrange. That's Jim Thornton. He knows what needs work and what already works. Jim Thornton is ready to listen to you and work hard to keep LaGrange strong. So vote Jim Thornton, Mayor, November 5th.
Hello, I am Jim Thornton, and if you want to know more about me and my campaign for mayor, please go to jimthornton.org and like me on Facebook. And please remember to vote November 5th.
Paid political announcement by the Friends of Jim Thornton. Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Right now, 1 in 3 drivers is cruising around in a state of skepticism about just how much value their car insurance company is delivering. If you're one of them, State Farm agent Matt Orr on the Square in downtown LaGrange can help you get to a better state. Because he'll talk with you, listen to you, and help put together a policy that has you written all over it. From cost to coverage, all backed by 24/7 customer support. Feeling less skeptical? Then call State Farm agent Matt Orr on the Square in downtown LaGrange and officially get to a better state with State Farm.
Saturday Morning Quarterback Coleman Vice, Coach Kendall here with me as I'm filling in for Greg Hicks, who is down in South Georgia enjoying a fun time with his family, and so rare that well, not rare. I mean, Greg does stuff all the time, but to truly get away, he's been gone since Thursday, and even though he came back to the ball game last night, he's had a long sneak away. And I tell you what, I'm envious of that. It's
absolutely.
During football season, it's awfully hard to get those kind of special times,
right.
and you got to grab them when you can.
Right. He's down at National Fair in Perry, Georgia, and I know they're all having a good time. And there's the weather down there is starting to really get nice too. So South Georgia's a little warmer than here, but it's a great time to get down there and. I'm sure I appreciate Greg driving up for the game and then driving back. But,
well, he knew it was going to be a good game.
Yeah.
He didn't want to miss it, and so he was willing to.
It was worth the drive, I guess.
From
From a radio announcer and fan standpoint, and from a coaching standpoint, it was a great challenge for us. And I think we're walking away from the game with more information that we need to make ourselves better.
Well,
I say that a lot, but that's what you do. These are. I told someone earlier in the week. I said this is going to be a great measuring stick for where we're at right now,
right.
and who else you're going to measure against?
Yeah, exactly. And Carrollton's going to be another game just like that. And
absolutely.
And they are another team that's they've won 34-14, 63-0, 42-7, 51-0. But now that you played Sandy Creek, and honestly, your players have got to look at this and say, Carrollton and Sandy Creek, they're awfully close. Sandy Creek's probably a little better. We held them to 21 points. We find some offense. We've got a chance to walk away with a win here if we sit there and put the same kind of effort in 2 weeks in a row. And that thought's got to be right there.
Absolutely. Offensively, we Daryl Dunlap had, I think, 85 yards rush. I think he ended up with a little over 100 total yards. Good hard runs, tough runs. On top of that, he had 6 tackles at linebacker and played a great game last night as well. And we were talking about defense, and I'm going to go back to offense. But Travasky Callaway, who's been coming along at linebacker, had 6 tackles last night, and the best game of the season for him, and against a really good team. So I'm really optimistic with that performance, that this is something to build on and grow for him to grow as a linebacker. And then going back to offense, last night we continued our process of developing a 2-quarterback system, and Will Smith and Dexter Shealy did a great job. We of course completed some passes, but also had some yardage out of running both quarterbacks, and that's part of our eventually what we want to get to is where we're going to have a quarterback that runs as well as throws, and then of course you have your running backs, and. Wellington Callaway did a great job last night on the offensive line. Also played some defensive line and made some plays as well. Wellington, he's just as good on defense as he is on offense. He's a guy that could play either one.
So how much in shape do you have to be playing that caliber of football in both directions? You've really got to have done your summer work properly.
You do. Some people would say that our summer program's brutal, but if they say that, then that's a compliment.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's not just get out there and let's run you to death. There's method to the madness, and it's strength training, it's speed work, it's drills that some people call them dinosaur drills. We're flipping skidder tires, and we're picking up things that are awkward and running with them and doing agilities with them. We're doing things that stress the body.
Right.
And then, of course, there's the traditional running. And we run a lot of hills. We run inclines. We run sand. We do a lot of things because we know these guys got to play a lot of downs.
Yeah.
And Wellington doesn't play full-time both ways, but still, for a lineman to get a lot of reps like that, and you take a guy like Daryl Dunlap, who rarely comes off the field.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very happy with our conditioning program. All the coaches do a great job with it, and of course, I got Coach Jay Floyd running our strength and conditioning program as our strength coach, and as you know, Jay's our offensive coordinator and offensive line coach, and he takes the offensive line very personal. He is an offensive. He'd be really quick to tell you, I'm an offensive lineman. Mm-hmm. And last year he coached some D-line for us and did a great job, but. You can offensive line coach is an offensive line coach. It's hard to make them something else, And I mean, they can be a coordinator, but as far as another position, they can coach every position too. But there are certain things about an offensive line coach that is so unique.
It's like people that in the band who are drummers. They'll always have that drummer mentality. And you have the same thing with the coaches. You get that because it takes a certain type of mentality and thought process to do that job. And once you find that, hey, that's where I feel comfortable, you need to be who you are, and that's cool.
And you talk offensive line. Mitch Mathis played a good game last night too. I mean, all the offensive line got after it, and definitely a challenge. But Mitch, once again, played played his heart out, and of course that's almost a given. He's going to do that. But played under some adversity last night, and a little banged up, but got banged up very early. But made a couple of some tape here and there, and he just gutted it out the rest of the game and was actually pretty good by the time we got home. All things considered. So. But that says a lot. He's a junior, and he's played more downs than anybody in our football program.
Oh wow!
He started as a freshman. He's only missed one game, and that was we probably could have played him that game. That was earlier this year when he had a ankle injury, but we held him out because we thought we could, and for his best interest also in the rest of the season. And he just. He's a trooper, and that's what you expect of these linemen, and that's what's developing with our line on both sides of the ball. They're gritty, and that's what you need. That's what you need. You don't want to, you walk off the field and you're a lineman, whether you're offense or defense, and your jersey's clean. Something's going on,
That's right.
And so those guys have really got after it. R.J. Harrison's another one. Tight end, had a big catch, about 29 yards, 30 yards last night. The ball was slightly behind him, made a pirouette. He probably won't want me to say pirouette, but pirouette type turn, caught the ball, and big time play. And then of course he plays defensive end for us as well, and we rolled the tight ends in, so he doesn't have to play full time tight end, but did a good job last night, pressure on the quarterback. So there were a lot of bright spots last night.
Yep. And we'll talk about next week, and also talk about if everybody healthy on the Troop Tiger team. We'll talk about that and much more as we're getting ready to take this short break. We'll be back to talk more Troop Tiger football on Saturday Morning Quarterback on Eagle 102.3 WLAG and on the World Wide Web at eagle1023.com.
Kia. Hi friends, Jess Licht here with Kia of LaGrange. I'd like you to come by and check out the all-new redesigned Kia Rio. The Rio is not only fuel efficient, but it's comfortable and safe as well. The 13 Rio starts as low as $12,900. It's backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Right now, you can drive the Rio for only $159 a month on a 36-month lease. The Rio is available in either a 4-door sedan or a sporty 5-door hatchback. See the Rio and all our inventory online at KiaofLaGrange.com and help support your local economy.
See Kia of LaGrange for complete details. Leases with $1,999 due at signing. When you want to sell your real estate, who do you call? Rob or Joel Upchurch, your RE/MAX result agents. They want to go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Are you ready to buy a house or land? Then call RE/MAX result agents that will find you what you want and be with you from the first day to the day you sit down in your new home. Let them go to work for you. Call Joel Upchurch at 706-523-1702 or Rob Upchurch at 706-523-0014. Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. And if you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
You're busy with places to go and people to see. At CB&T, we understand. That's why we created the Synovus Connections prepaid card. Use it for purchases, ATM withdrawals, and even get cash back. It's an affordable alternative to checking, simple to load, and can be replaced if lost or stolen. Plus, there's no credit check required. Let CB&T help you manage your busy lifestyle. Visit us for details or to open your Synovus Connections card today. CB&T, a division of Synovus Bank, member FDIC. Fees and restrictions apply, subject to approval.
If you're looking for a great time, gather up your friends and head to the Brick House Grill in downtown LaGrange. Enjoy live entertainment every weekend. Thursday nights, it's karaoke as well as ladies' night. On Saturdays, come cheer for your favorite college football team and enjoy their football specials. Check out their new menu. Sunday from 11 until 3, the Brick House Grill has their family lunch specials. They have plenty of TVs to watch exciting NFL action. The Brick House Grill, Broome Street in downtown LaGrange.
As we're on the Saturday Morning Quarterback Show, Coleman Vice here with you as Coach Kendall is in here. I'm filling in for Greg Hicks. We want to thank our fine host, which is Kia of LaGrange, allowing us to come here and do the Saturday morning quarterback show on Lafayette Parkway. I tell you what, we have our Chick-fil-A biscuits, and I tell you, the great sales staff here, they work so hard, and they're always so easy to work with. We appreciate everything they do to make us feel at home here at Kia of LaGrange. We've been coming here for several years now, and I know where all the stuff that I need to do to set up and everything else, and they're always making sure they give me a hand, and I appreciate all the folks that work here making Saturday morning quarterback easy to do, and I know they really enjoy getting a chance to come up and talk to you guys, the coaches here, and ask about how the game went on Friday night, and so you get a little fan perspective walking in the door, and not that you don't probably get enough of that everywhere you go, but
get a lot of that. Yeah, but you're right. We were talking about the Sorrento and the Sportage and the Soul and all those that have the hatchback tailgate thing. Great thing to go ahead and buy this weekend, so that Thursday night you can come tailgate at the Carrollton game, and then you're all set for tailgating
for the rest for the next 4 years. Yeah,
next 4 years at least, and then ball games that are coming up on the Saturdays, the college games and those things like that. But we were talking about some players. Kelsey McCutcheon was another one on defense. Brandon Hurd, in the secondary, and Vanquez Bonner. And if you weren't at the game, you would see the caliber of receivers that they were going against. Just from a physicality standpoint, I was telling you, literally they were not twice as tall as our guys, but it almost seemed that way. And it's, us battling them step for step, them only hitting two big passes, one that was a touchdown. Yeah. The other, I think that drive eventually might have bogged down. But
there's probably not going to be too many teams that they see this year that have the ability to keep their big plays at bay, and you got to be pleased with what you had.
Right.
And as we wrap up the show here, we know Thursday night Carrollton comes into town. They're another big, mean, moving machine, and Troop is poised to be a wonderful spoiler to their season where they're at right now. And what are y'all going to do for practice this week and get ready for Carrollton as they come in here on Thursday night?
Well, what we're going to do, we've moved our prep. We changed that up a little bit today. We'll be working and breaking things down and getting the game plan the way we want it, and then we're going to bring the guys in on Sunday and watch film and do a kind of a light. I'm not going to call it a walkthrough. It'll be whatever it is between a light practice and a walkthrough. I don't know. Maybe I need to create a word for that, but that's what it's going to be. We're not going to get out there and bang around. We're still sore,
right.
But at the same time, we need to come in and install and do a number of things and do some conditioning to get some of the soreness out.